I never thought I'd hear those words. Not from her. Not from anyone I had loved with my entire being. Yet, there she was, sitting across from me at the tiny kitchen table of the apartment we had painstakingly made ours, her eyes calm, almost detached. "I want a divorce," she said. I froze mid-sip of my coffee, letting the warmth burn my tongue while my mind struggled to catch up. Less than a year. 12 months. That was all we had. Less than a full rotation of the seasons, and it was already over. "Wait. What?" I managed finally. My voice was tight, brittle. "I'm serious," she repeated. "I don't think this is working." I blinked, trying to process. Working? We laughed together, shared meals, even argued like normal couples. We had dreams, plans for trips, a tiny savings for a future apartment. We had love, or at least I thought we did. "I don't understand," I said. We're fine. I thought we were happy." She sighed, like the sound of the word happy was almost foreign to her now. "I've been feeling trapped. I don't feel the same way anymore. It's not fair to either of us if we keep pretending." I wanted to argue. I wanted to beg. But the sincerity in her eyes made me pause. This wasn't a fight. This wasn't some passing irritation that time could fix. This was final. "Less than a year," I whispered. "That's all we... It doesn't even feel like it's been enough time to know each other fully." She shook her head. "Time isn't always the measure. I know what I need, and this... us, isn't it?" The room went silent, except for the faint hum of the refrigerator and the distant sounds of traffic outside. I tried to imagine the future I had built in my head, one where she was part of it, and now it felt like someone had yanked the rug out from under me. "Is there someone else?" I asked finally, because I had to know, even if the answer would hurt. "No," she said immediately. "It's not about anyone else. It's about me." Her words cut deep in a way I hadn't anticipated. Not about someone else, but about her own unhappiness, her need to leave me, and there was nothing I could do to change that. The following days were a blur. Packing, phone calls, the awkward formality of telling our families that our marriage had ended before it even felt like it began. Friends offered words of comfort that fell flat, because how do you comfort someone whose world was so abruptly upended? I moved into a small apartment across town. The first night alone, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying moments, small, mundane moments that suddenly felt monumental. Her laughter in the living room, the way she made coffee just the way I liked it, our late-night talks that had once seemed endless. And now they were memories, hollow echoes of what could have been. Time passed, slowly, painfully. I tried to make sense of it, to dissect every conversation, every gesture, searching for signs I might have missed. But there were none. Only the truth. Some people are only in your life for a season, even if you hope for forever. I focused on work, friends, anything that could distract me. Some nights, I caught myself smiling at a memory, only to feel a hollow ache afterward. But eventually, even those memories softened. Not entirely, but enough that they no longer felt like knives in my chest. Then, one evening, months later, I ran into her at a coffee shop. She looked different, older somehow, more serious, yet lighter. We exchanged hesitant greetings, polite smiles that carried the weight of everything we had lost together. There was no anger, no accusations, just recognition, two people who had shared a life, brief as it was. "Hi," she said softly. "I hope you're doing okay." "I am," I said, surprising even myself. "I think I'm finally okay." She nodded, and just like that, we parted ways, two people who had loved, lost, and learned in less than a year. Sometimes the end of something is not a failure. Sometimes it's a beginning we just aren't ready to see yet, and sometimes the hardest truth is realizing that love isn't always enough to make a marriage last, but it doesn't make the love itself meaningless. I never expected to find peace so quickly, but slowly I did. And in that quiet healing, I realized the life I thought ended with her didn't. It just started over, without her, yes, but still full of hope.